Good morning. Today we are down in Glenorchy and it is the 28th of May, about 9 o'clock-ish, something like that. Our target's up there today. Okay, and today I have got John McLeod with me. It's about a 2.5 hour drive down here today. So, and then we've got a long day in the hills. So the target for the day is up here. Okay, so that's Beinn Achaladair and Beinn Chreachain. Beinn Chreachain will be our first summit, our first Munro, and then over to Achaladair and then down through that glen. This is Beinn Doran Beinn, which we're not doing today. Thank goodness, two's enough. And so we'll bring you back later. The midges are starting to gee at homo. They're pretty ferocious this morning, and every now and again there's a wee breeze which hunts them, but when we were getting our boots on there at the car, they were, and as you can see, schoolboy error, I left my midge repellent in the house. Okay, right, we'll bring you back soon.
Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Okay, we're looking up here at Beinn Achaladair, and you can see a beautiful hanging quarry. We're a good few kilometres along the road, probably just short of 5 kilometres, and this is Beinn Achaladair up here. You can't really see the summit, but that's the summit ridge that you're seeing. It's beautiful, the remnants of Caledonian forest. Absolutely stunning, and we've got a wee breeze which is keeping the midges at bay. That's great. So yeah, quite stunning landscape. And just above John there you can see the flank or the edge of Beinn Doran Beinn. Yeah, and in these trees is the famous West Highland line. So yeah, beautiful part of the country, quite historic, but thank God it's dry. I don't think it'd be pleasant coming up here in the rain. Anyway, right, so we'll charge on, and we might bring you back at the crossing. Okay, cheers just now, peeps. So this will be the bridge that we're not going to use. And I'll tell you, you need to have a big heart to cross that. Just look at it on the other side. Desperate. So we'll be heading up that direction there, up this wee path. Okay, bring you back soon. One of the things that you have got to make sure is the straps are loosened, because if you get in the water you can get the rucksack off. Okay. True. Right, we've reached the West Highland line now, and as you can see it's way mapped for the underpass over the railway. So, not to be confused, there's one slightly further to my left, which the river runs through. Don't attempt that one, but obviously the way marker arrow lets you know that this is the right way. So this is underneath the West Island line, and it's just a slog up to the wee lock-in. Once we get there, a sharp turn to the left, and we'll begin up onto this ridge that you'll see appearing just shortly. So follow the line of the burn, and then left up onto that ridge, the low point of the ridge, and then right along the ridge, and that's us. Okay, bring you back with that. Well, this is us reached to be walking, as you can see. Mirror Lake, crystal clear, absolutely stunning. It's absolutely beautiful here. Let's have a wee look up on the ridge. There's our summit ridge there. So we are heading for this point here. So it looks like a wee bit of a slog for here up onto the ridge and then right up onto the summit. So we've been in the go roughly about 3 hours. I think another hour will see us to the summit. But you can quite clearly see Beinn Nevis for here. Before we come into this quarry, the views were absolutely outstanding. So we're seeing Ben Chreachain, the Starrive Range, Glencoe, the whole works. Obviously, I'm looking now at Beinn Nevis, the Rannochs, the Grey Quarries, the Eastons, right along towards the Rannoch Moor. It's absolutely stunning today. So, I hope once John gets a wee bit of refill, myself as well, we'll tackle this slope directly. And when we get up on the summit ridge, we'll probably bring you back then. This is almost at the ridge line, but not quite. I just thought I'd let you see this panorama. Fantastic, look at the buchel, Bengal. So the buchel there. And Beinn Nevis in the distance, just here. Yep, they're all out in show today. A wee bit hazy, but hey, no complaining. Okay, later. Okay, we're looking south now, and what you're seeing in the distance is the Lord's Range. Closer it is with the big drop in between, if you can make it out, is Chreachain and Boya, I think. Round we've got Carnoch, Craigvor, and in the middle, Beinn Doran Beinn. Yes. So that's our summit there. Looking round, you're into the Starrive Hills now. We're also seeing the highest hill, which is kind of a closest to us, is Stovgower, Black Mount, the Buchel. Can't mistake it, can you? And then the big bad Beinn. Hardly a breath of wind here, and the wee beasties are saying, you're right, there's no wind, we're coming to get you. Yeah, fantastic, it'll be even better for the top. Bring you back soon. Well, that was quite a hard pull. We're almost at the summit, you can see the summit here in front of us. So, we're just over the 4 hours to the car. It was a pull and a half. Hi guys, how you doing? But, so this is Munro number 263. 19 left. Now the next one, Beinn Achaladair, does not count because I've been there before. However, it's all stuff in the tank. All exercise for what's to come. So we reckon it will probably be a bit faster from here back to the car, because obviously we're going in that direction. So let's see how we get on. Yeah. Superb. Here we are. 263. Further room we've got Chreachain as well. Loch Line. Hills in the distance, looks like probably down towards Lomond, things like that. East Garney, Craigvor, Beinn Doran Beinn, Chreachain. Whole shooting match. I think in the distance I can see Ben Louis. Yeah, absolutely superb. It's Ben Louis there, in fact, right about there. And then we're going here to the Chreachain Ridge and Starriff Hills or Glenedriff Hills. Stolgower. Looking in towards the Black Mountain and the Glencoe Hills, and obviously the Buchel, can't you miss it? Buchel's right there. The Nevis Hills. Yep, full monty today. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the distance there, that'll be Loch Rannoch. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous today. Absolutely gorgeous. So, we're on the summit ridge, not the summit. This cairn is not the summit. You can see Loch Tulla behind, and if you look along the ridge a wee bit, you'll see two people sitting on the true summit. We're just about to head there at the moment, but I think the atmosphere's clearing a wee bit now. Definitely. Lovely views, lovely views. The ones I've all pointed out before. Loch Rannoch in the distance. And as per usual, the big bad Ben and the Buchel. That should be 360. Okay. Well folks, here we are on the summit of Beinn Achaladair. Now, it's quite a nice summit cairn there, a nice wee peak. And the summit is that. Not very impressive at all. So, as you know, I'm up here with John, and I met these two lovely ladies from Englandshire. A wee wave, that's great. So, right, okay, 360 again. that from? Chreachain. You can see the Chreachain Ridge quite plain. So 4 Munros in there, if you wish. Right, let's have a wee look round and we'll have a wee look at Beinn Doran. Now we're coming round to one of the hills and kind of a falloch area, so you've got Chreachain Beinn and the 2 big peaks here, Beinn Doran Beinn, and the ones I've mentioned before, East Rannoch, etc. Looking round the Lawers Range, Loch Lion, and it seems to be a wee bit hazier over in the east. However, it's fantastic here. So I suppose the obligatory tap of the cairn, eh? So here we are. Right. Dear. I don't know if you'll be able to see us in the camera. A couple of deer sprinting down the hillside. You can see them good and well if you can, it. Tough. Right, let's get a better view. Let's view into the Beinn. Right, Beinn Nevis. And look at the buckle. Just look at the buckle. Absolutely fantastic. So this is Beinn Achaladair, I said. We've just come from Beinn Chreachain. So Beinn Chreachain is here. So that was number 263. And this one is nothing. Okay, bring you back later. Right. Okay, so that's us leaving our last Munro of the day, Beinn Achaladair. It's now a 6-kilometre stroll back to the car. 6-kilometre stroll, maybe that's not right. Anyway, most of it's downhill. If you look at the ridge across here, right, that's the ridge we'll be going up. And then down the other side, and then walk back down the glen towards the car. So hopefully it'll not be too severe in this, because my old legs are telling me that I need a long rest now. Anyway, so we'll bring you back at the car and just finish off there. Our labour's finished for the day. Quite a long shift, about 9.5 hours, and we did stop for quite a bit of time up the top. We were chatting and having views, and you know, just the usual. Come in at 22, just over 22 kilometres. So quite a long shift, a lot of up and down the ridge, but a very enjoyable day. The only thing that's not enjoyable is all that hard work for one tick. However, yeah, just great to win the hills, isn't it? So we'll put the stats up at the end of the video when we get round to it. But yeah, 2 Munros. Beinn Chreachain was the first one, and the second one was Beinn Achaladair. Beinn Achaladair, as I've already said, I've done before, but still, it was nice to do that round. So miles in the tank for the fitness for other things to come up in the north, some of the hard rounds, etc. Anyway, so that was a great day again with John McLeod. You giving us a wave, John? Yeah. So we've now got 2.5 hours drive plus. That'll be more than 2.5, it'll be 3 hours at least drive back Inverness. So yeah, we'll see you on the next one. So thank you for watching if you've watched this far, and until the next time, bye bye.